And we kick off a row buzzing, and who better to start off our day than the Hall of Famer, the Super Bowl winning MVP from the St. Louis Rams. He is Kurt Warner. Kurt, good to see you.
Good to see you. How you doing? Enjoying the week?
You know what? It's been interesting. This is my first Vegas experience too.
Oh, really?
So
first
yeah,
time you've been here. Okay.
Yeah. So
first Vegas Super Bowl, first
right.
Vegas experience.
So
okay,
taking it all in.
Trust me, it's going to get crazier than this. But,
it absolutely
but I'm
is.
excited to see what and how Vegas handles it. Always enjoy coming to Vegas. There's so many different things to do, but now you tie in the Super Bowl, it's going to be crazy.
You are here today with Big Game Blitz, Bingo Blitz, and Kurt, you're going to have to talk about what exactly we are looking for in the game, but essentially you, quarterback Kurt Warner, are hoping that the quarterback gets sacked in the game on Sunday?
Don't let those guys know that, because if I was in the game, I probably wouldn't be promoting this particular thing. But here's the thing. I grew up playing bingo, and there was nothing better than when you hit bingo and you raise your card and you had that bingo moment and took home whatever prize that was. And so to me, Super Bowl is so much about that, having your bingo moment. You'll remember back in Super Bowl 34, I got my bingo moment, throwing that touchdown pass. And you always remember those iconic plays in the Super Bowl. So we're kind of celebrating that. Who's going to have their bingo moment this weekend, Sunday afternoon in the game? But we're hoping somebody at home has a bingo moment. So you mentioned it, Bingo Blitz, free app. Go download the app. Sign up for an account, all free, and then if one of these defenses sets a Super Bowl record with 8 sacks in this Super Bowl, then somebody at home will have their bingo moment, raise their card, and win $1 million. So kind of tying in my childhood, we're tying in the Super Bowl, we're tying in Vegas, all together, hoping that somebody at home gets their bingo moment as well.
Next year is going to be 25 years since that Super Bowl. And it seems like every year, I mean, it's got to be frustrating for you with the relationship that you have with Torrey, knowing that we are still talking year after year about whether or not he is going to get his name called tonight.
Right, exactly. I mean, I'm hoping it's way overdue. I mean, I went through the process, and I understand the process that it is, and I understand all the great players that are out there. It's just hard for me to find any reason why he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
I mean, all you got to do is pull out a stat sheet and compare it. I mean, you're an all-decade player in a game that's been around it's amazing to me that for some reason he continues to be overlooked. I'm hoping this is the year because it's well overdue. Isaac had to wait longer than he should have to get in. Torrey's had to wait longer than he should have.
Orlando had to wait. I mean, the fact that he had to wait more than a year.
I mean, exactly. So it doesn't always make sense on why, but you understand there's great players out there, and Torrey will have his moment. It just seems to be sooner rather than later, and so we're all hoping that it's finally comes to pass tonight. And we can celebrate with them.
And there's, they keep adding wide receivers onto the list now. I mean, you keep getting these guys, and next year, another great one, Larry Fitzgerald, will be added to the list. And you keep looking at, when you see these young wide receivers now in such a pass-heavy NFL, and they're setting stats, and it seems like Torrey's name always keeps popping up, like best numbers since, and you see a list of 3 names, and Torrey's name is on that for how good he was.
And he's still in the record books for different things, but you're right. I mean, I think one of the biggest things is you got to kind of take it by era as opposed to just going look at overall numbers. I mean, and oftentimes the biggest thing to me when it comes to Hall of Famers is you watch guys play and you say, okay, was that guy the guy? Was that guy a difference maker? Because even with the stats, not only is it across eras, but let's also remember that Marshall Faulk was in the backfield and Isaac Bruce was on the other side. And so when you talk about numbers, a lot of these guys are putting up numbers because they're the guy.
Yeah.
They're getting targeted 150, 175 times a season, where our guys could only catch 80 passes because the other guy was catching 80 and the other guy was catching 80. And so I think they get hurt a little bit because we were so good as a team that, and Torrey's numbers still stack up with anybody that's ever played, but they would have been even greater. They would have been even more dynamic and historic at that time had they not played together. And so I think all those factors go into it. But again, bottom line is he deserves to be in. He was that kind of player, and he was that kind of player for a long, long time. let's just hope that it happens sooner rather than later.
You mentioned the record books. I can't remember what I was watching the other day. Let's just say it was NFL Network. And I saw it come out, the Brock Purdy, latest draft pick to start a Super Bowl. And then on the bottom it said, does not count Kurt Warner because you weren't drafted.
Right.
Have you talked to Purdy about what it's going into this and the success that he has had, being overlooked by so many the way you were?
Just a little bit. So I've known Brock for a couple years. We don't have a really close relationship. I talked to him, interviewed him last week. So we talked a little bit about that. But I think he's just got a good perspective on it. When you're in the midst of it, we make a big deal of it because everybody out there is talking about it. But usually as a player, it's like, whatever, I get it. I get it. I was undrafted. I worked in a grocery store. I understand why people might have doubts or why, people are going crazy that I'm here because I shouldn't be. I understand that, but it didn't affect me. I didn't go into it going, well, I'm just a stock boy. I'm not supposed to be here. I knew I was good. I knew I could play. And I focused in on those kinds of things. And that to me is, just talking to Brock, that's exactly what he's doing. He's like, I appreciate the situation I'm in. I appreciate the talent that's around me. I appreciate that I got the opportunity, and now I'm doing what I have to do with that opportunity. And so that to me is the perspective. You continue to focus on you and what you believe and the confidence that you have in you, and you don't listen to Mr. Irrelevant or the stock boy or the undrafted guy. None of that matters on Sunday. Nobody cares where you were drafted, when you were drafted, or anything beyond this. It's all about what you do in that moment.
Well, hopefully tonight, I know that it would mean a lot to you to get another one of your wide receivers in.
Would, yes.
Hopefully we get that good news, and then I know you're going to be on the call on Westwood 1 coming up this Sunday.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, I hope this is the night for Torrey, and then talk about a bingo moment. That'd be a huge bingo moment for him. But yes, we got NFL Network, 8.5 hours on Sunday morning, and then I'll be calling the game on Westwood 1 after that. So it's a long day, but it's a fun day, and I can't wait.
Kurt, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Mungenast St. Louis Acura would like to upgrade your current BEV experience. The new ZDX offers the performance that you expect from Acura, but upgrades your ownership experience with our award-winning team. Whether you're looking for more convenient charging.
Hi everybody, I'm Peter Mungenast with Mungenast St. Louis Acura. Here to talk to you today about some benefits. Hi everybody, I'm Peter Mungenast with Mungenast St. Louis Acura.